Hello viewers, welcome to Khalajan's kitchen. I'm Farhanda and today I'm making pulao. Pulao is a rice dish cooked with meat, its stock and some spices. I'm using veal, but if you wish you can use beef, mutton or lamb. For chicken pulao, that's a different recipe. To make the yakhni or the stock, we need 2 pounds of veal with bones, some extra bones which we will discard later. Besides the meat, we will need 9 to 11 cups of water, 1 medium onion roughly sliced, 5 cloves of garlic, 3 to 4-inch piece of ginger cut into chunks. For the spices, we will need 2 to 3 cinnamon sticks, 1 teaspoon of cloves, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 6 to 8 green cardamoms, 3 black cardamoms, 3 tablespoons of whole coriander seeds, 2 to 3 bay leaves, and 1 teaspoon of salt. We will take all the spices and put them in a cotton cloth or a cheesecloth and then make it into a bag or a potli. I have a large tea steeper, so I'm going to be using that. You can get these kind of tea steepers in all sizes from specialty tea shops or even Amazon. If you're using cheesecloth, then use 2 layers of it, otherwise the smaller spices will end up in the stock. With the tea steeper, we will close the lid and set it aside. For the pulao, we will need 4 cups of sela rice or basmati rice. Sela rice is also a basmati rice. The husk has been removed by steam and it's also called parboiled rice. We will need to soak this rice for at least 2 hours, but if you are using plain basmati rice, then you will need to soak it for 30 to 45 minutes. Besides the rice, we will need 2 thinly sliced medium onions, 4 green cardamoms, 2 pieces of cinnamon sticks, 1 teaspoon of kala Zeera or caraway seeds, 2 black cardamoms, half a teaspoon cloves, half a teaspoon black peppers, 1 tablespoon salt, and 10 to 12 mint leaves. I am using dried mint leaves, but if you have fresh ones, you can use those. 2 tablespoons crushed garlic, 2 tablespoons crushed ginger. If you want the pulao to be spicy, then you can use 2 to 3 crushed green chilies. 2/3 cup oil and 1/3 cup yogurt. First, we will prepare the stock. For that, I have taken a heavy bottom pan and placed the meat in it and turned the heat on to medium-high. Since we are using 4 cups of rice, therefore we will need 8 cups of the stock. At this time, I'm adding 9 cups of water. If I need any more, I will add later on. And we will also add the salt, onions, ginger, and the garlic, and the tea steeper with all the spices. If you're using the spices tied up in cheesecloth or cotton cloth, then they will go in at this time as well. Once the stock starts to boil, we will reduce the heat to medium-low and then let it cook until the meat is about 90% done. I did add 2 more cups of water to it. You can use a pressure cooker or an instant pot to make the stock. But if the stock is made on stove top, then it simmers for a long time and develops a much deeper flavor. It has been cooking for 40 minutes now and the meat is 90% done. Later on, when the meat cooks with the rice, it will be perfectly done. We will now shut the heat off and take out the spices. If the spices are tied up in a bag, then take it out, let it cool and squeeze all the flavor out. Next step is to strain the stock and then we will set it aside. As you can see, the stock is perfectly cooked, amber in color and full of flavor. After straining, we are going to take all the large pieces of the ginger and the extra bones out. I'm going to leave the garlic and the onions inside for extra flavor. To make the pulao, I've placed a pot on medium-high heat and added the oil to it. And then add the onions. We need to fry the onions until they are golden brown. While the onions are cooking, we have to stir them often so they don't burn. Once the onions reach golden brown color, I'm going to take some out for garnish. We will let the onions cook a little bit more until they reach a dark brown color. We don't want the onions to be any more darker, so we are going to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of water. This will stop them from browning any further and give pulao a perfect color. Now we are going to add the crushed ginger, the crushed garlic, and all the whole spices along with salt and the mint leaves. And if you're adding green chilies to the pulao, then this is the time that they will go in as well. We are going to mix everything together and cook them until all the moisture has evaporated. And then we are going to add the yogurt, but before adding it, we are going to stir it thoroughly so that when it goes into the hot masala, it does not curdle. We will cook it again until all the moisture from the yogurt has evaporated and the masala has released the oil. And then we will add the meat and cook it for about 2 to 3 minutes. Now at this time we will add the stock. For 4 cups of rice, we need 8 cups of the stock. So if the stock is less than 8 cups, we will add some water to it to make it up to 8 cups. But if the stock is more than we need, then we can take out some stock out of it or cook the stock until it is reduced to 8 cups. We will now cook the stock with the meat until it comes to a boil. And then add the drained rice. We are going to cook the rice with the stock and the meat uncovered until it starts boiling again. We had added some salt to the stock and to the masala, so at this time I checked the salt and I found that it needed some more, so I added 1 more teaspoon. It is better to add less salt in the beginning so we can adjust it later. We will let the rice cook in the stock for about 5 minutes, and as you can see, it has started to absorb all the liquid. After 1 more minute of cooking, it has absorbed even more. At this stage, we are going to cover the rice with a foil and then cover it with the lid. Turn up the heat to high and cook it for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, we are going to turn down the heat to low and let the rice cook in the steam for 20 to 25 minutes. Our pulao has been cooking in the steam or dum for last 20 minutes, and now we are going to open the lid and remove the foil very carefully because there is going to be lots of steam inside. Once we open the foil, we are going to stir the rice very carefully so as not to break it but to let more of the steam out. If we don't let the steam out at this stage, the rice will become lumpy. Our perfect pulao is now ready to serve. I garnished it with fried onions and I'm going to serve it with raita and salad. If you like this recipe, give it a thumbs up and share. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe to my channel. By pressing the bell icon button, you will get notifications for my upcoming videos. Enjoy!